I'm Samantha Chian, your host with Spirit of Nevada. This episode is brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm, helping families and injured victims throughout Nevada for over 40 years. Hope you enjoy the show. We thought it would be a great idea to get a scenic view for when I do my on-camera open for this next video that we're creating. We made this awesome Great Basin National Park video. I hope you all like it. I know we put a lot of work into it, and I thought, why not create an epic open for another video and continue the Great Basin. So stay tuned for more. You have places like Utah and Arizona, and sure, they got some cool places to see, but what about Nevada? Nevada truly shines in the outdoors, and you wanna know why? It's because we have places like this, the Great Basin National Park, which is truly a monument to nature. We not only have these scenic views of these beautiful, majestic trees, but we also have these amazing lakes to check out, these hikes to see the bristlecone pine trees, and this park not only shines during the day, but it also shines so bright with the stars at night. Next, we're gonna check out this cute little town called Baker. Let's go. So we had a wonderful time at the Great Basin National Park. We actually were able to do the full hike. We had the camera gear. We packed enough for the whole day, but we were so hungry after we were done with that. And I remember the last time that I talked to you on the phone, you said, you gotta come check out this place called Sugar, Salt, and Malt here in Baker.
It's our newest restaurant. And for a town of 100 permanent residents, we have 100.
So basically your family.
Yeah, we are pretty much all together in this beautiful lifestyle in rural Nevada. And Sugar, Salt, and Malt is the 5th restaurant that has opened up here that is actually amazing. We are like a foodie town. You come to Baker and we will feed you.
So I filmed over 200 episodes. I've been through hundreds of towns, but what I love about Baker is it brings the culinary arts to this town. You're talking people from New York and Utah. They take their experience of traveling all over the world and they bring it here to Baker, and it's all about food, and it's like a foodie's paradise here.
We are so lucky. In a town of only 100 residents, we've got top chefs that are bringing their handcrafted menus with amazing food options and handcrafted drinks, all kinds of fun cocktails. It's a party every night in Baker. But we have also, it's just a wonderful time for people to come and gather and catch up with each other. And of course, the travelers who come through here.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people know that, because when you go to national parks, there isn't typically a restaurant that has these 5-star meals. I mean, you can get fish, you can get these tapas. I mean, it's remarkable that this town of only 100 people has the wide variety of food choices.
Right. And being so remote.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Is an amazing aspect of all of this. I mean, our closest grocery store is 65 miles from here.
So they probably have to leave town to even get their groceries.
Sure, or or have the deliveries come through. But to offer locals and visitors top quality food right here in Baker, with mountains as your backdrop, and the park is, welcomes you, like, it is amazing. It's really amazing.
It totally blew my mind when you said, come to Sugar, Salt, Malt. I want to take you guys out to a nice dinner. I thought a little cafe. I had no idea. I mean, the food was impressive and the patio was full, and it was just, it felt like you were on somebody else's patio and somebody's just cooking for you.
This is hometown cooking with a 5-star twist.
Yeah, and the two sisters who just, I love seeing them in the back just cooking up, all these delicious meals, and how they change the menu, and
they've been dreaming about this since they were teenagers.
So I love the fact that Sugar, Salt, and Malt became this dream come true for these two sisters. I got to interview them, which was really wonderful to hear it from their perspective, but I'd love to see how an outsider sees them.
And I'll tell you, I've met them, I've lived in Baker for 3 years, and I met them pretty much the first few months. Well, you meet everybody the first few months you're here, and they had a catering business where people could just order from their different options, and tailoring to the needs of the event, and they would do it in style. And so they also then bought a coffee cart on the other side of this building here, where they would offer great coffees and teas.
Because food wasn't enough, right? They had to go above and beyond and also bring coffee.
They saw a need. So these two sisters are very innovative. They saw a need, got the coffee cart going. It was always a fun place to hang out and get your coffee before you go out in the day. And then the restaurant that had been here for 40 years, the people retired, so they saw this opportunity. And they bought this building last year, totally renovated to fit their style, and opened their doors in May.
I see that it has different styles. You have this outdoor patio with lights, and then you go inside and it's more intimate.
It's awesome. Their goal is to have a place where people can feel they can come and hang out as long as they want.
And there's an amazing backdrop here too.
Right, so you've got this patio, which, we are very much about the outdoors here. So this is a great space for all kinds of, families and two-tops and friends gathering together. But then that kind of cool greenhouse coffee shop,
in the back, with the bristlecone pine tree mural.
So just having, tables and sofas and stuff means, you might be getting ready for a day to go out hiking, but if you're not, hey, come and hang out. You're
come
welcome
as you
here.
are,
and you're welcome here. And of course, Kerouac's across the street for, organic, homemade, small plate dishes is what they're going with now, but they're all the flavors are amazing. You can sit outside there or inside.
Yeah, it's a great place to have little tapas to share.
Right.
You get to try each individual one. You don't have to be stuck to one meal.
And their bar is fully loaded with all kinds of
I was impressed with their bar, because when I first walked in, I thought, this looks like it should be in LA or something.
Yeah, oh no, the craft cocktails, the different wines, it's really fun. It's got a different ambiance, but an awesome one. You just want to go, like, just across the street, you can be, two different cool restaurants.
It's nice because if you want a full meal, you can come here, right, to Sugar, Salt, Malt. But if you just kind of want to just have little shareable little tapas and have a drink and enjoy the bar scene, you can do that there too.
Right.
And it's literally right across. So it's not like you have to drive somewhere and get out. You can have dessert at one place and your meal at another.
That's right, progressive dinner. And then just up the road at the Whispering Elms is a new food truck called the 487 Grill, and that's a build-your-own burger joint. So they got turkey burgers, beef burgers, and build-your-own grilled cheese for those of us non-meat eaters. And
there's even options for vegans.
Yes.
You got the small can? Yay! We're gonna go grab a potato salad and a burger. 487 Grill.
That's okay.
Okay.
So here's the deal. You pick which one you want, burger, grilled turkey, or
I want a
grilled?
burger for sure.
And then it comes with
Okay.
like some standard things, but then you can add some cool stuff down here. That's right.
Ooh,
That's what
I'm gonna get the. Okay, so I'm gonna get a burger with cheddar cheese, and we're gonna add some caramelized onion, avocado. I think that sounds good. That's what I want. That's what I want. Oh, and I want that. I want macaroni salad, but we have to get the potato salad because Liz here
It's my favorite.
will not stop raving about it.
It's the best potato salad in Nevada. Sweet onion bun.
Okay.
Super good.
I'm just gonna let Liz take over because she seems to know the way around this town. I'm just guessing.
But avocado sounds good too. So what did
So
you want
maybe-
cheese though?
Yeah, I want to do what you did, but add avocado and add some.
burger.
I can't see anything yet.
You can see through the bag, okay? I'm trying. Smell-o-vision, happen.
The Samantha sandwich. Look at that. I need a knife.
Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
So when I first walked in here, I thought to myself, wow, this place is beautiful, from the design of having bottles surrounding here, and the bar is beautiful. And I noticed the patio was just packed with people. Was there some type of inspiration that led you to designing this place?
The inspiration for the design of the restaurant was a contemporary take on an old school, Old West bar. And we wanted it to feel timeless in a way that you could have walked in here in the 1950s. You could have been Jack Kerouac walking in here in the 1950s, or you could walk in here in 2021 and have it feel completely now, but somehow timeless as well. So Jake and myself, we love to travel. We were based in New York City before we lived here. Jake's from New York.
Jake, your husband, Jake.
Yes.
Okay.
I lived there for about 10 years. But I've been to 45 countries. I love to travel just like you do. We've worked together in Antarctica. We love an adventurous life. And when we were out on our adventures, going to national parks, we kept seeing this gap where we love to eat well, we love to drink well, and when we were going to national parks, a lot of them do not have good food options.
No, they don't, because they're usually in remote locations, and it's hard to find anywhere to eat. Usually you have to pack your own lunch when you go.
So as we were traveling around the country, we were on a 5-month-long national park road trip. We were taking a little break from New York City. Like I said, we like it.
Hikers.
We like an adventurous life. And so we just kept wishing that we would stumble upon a place that we could eat and drink at. But when we came here, it was the very last national park on that 5-month-long road trip. We were just about to head back to New York. And this place was for sale. It was pretty run down.
How old? Do you know how old this building was?
Yeah, the building was built in 1905,
wow.
and then moved here in 1913. And it actually served as the general store for the town until 1978. So that was most of its history. In the 80s and 90s, it was an art gallery and gift shop. And then the owner before us turned it into a restaurant in the early 2000s. My inspiration for the interior design of this room was a contemporary take on an Old West bar. So this
explains the black and white photos on the wall.
And then there was a secondary inspiration as well, which we are named after the author, Jack Kerouac, who wrote books about driving all over the country in the 1950s with his friends. So a lot of people think of him as the ultimate American road tripper.
Yes.
And we wanted to find one word that represented the idea of the Great American Road Trip. So to us, that was Kerouac, hence we're Kerouacs.
I love that,
yeah.
the meaning behind it, because you took into account not only your design of art and how you want to design things, but you took the name and you encompassed it around what you love to do.
Yeah.
I love that. Was the hotel attached to it, or was that something added on later?
The motel came later in the 40s and 50s, yeah. There are still a lot of locals who have memories of coming here as a kid, and some even riding their horses here from, you know, the ranch down the street and coming to get ice cream.
Yeah, it has that small town feel to it. I know everyone's super friendly when we first came into town, so
Yeah.
I definitely see that it's its own community here.
Yeah, it is a strong community.
So I noticed you riding up on your bike over here at the Stargazer Inn. What brings you to Baker?
Baker, I like Baker because it's just kind of small and out of the way, and it's a nice ride going across the basin. So you usually either end up in Baker or Ely if I'm over in this part, and then it's a good like mid-ground to start to go into Utah. So, but I've stayed here before. It's just kind of like cool and quaint. And,
what do you love most about it?
I like that it's not commercial. I like it's kind of family run. I like it's, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, what would you call it? It's
Tucked away.
Tucked away, it's nice.
It not only has a cozy little hotel, but which one do you typically eat at?
Typically, well, if Kerouac's is open, I've gone there before. You know, yeah, so the seasonal restaurants are nice. And it's kind of a cool crowd there too, because a lot of people passing through, going through the park there, right? So sometimes you can, you know, it's kind of slow right now, but sometimes there's like a lot of people you just kind of hang out with and talk with. So, and a lot of people, they've gone out of their way to go to that national park. So I don't know, they're kind of interesting usually. So.
Are you gonna ride up there next to the park, or did you already make it through there?
No, I've been there before. So I think the last time I went there, it wasn't even a national park. It was just a.
But you liked it so much that you're like, why not come by and visit it again?
Yeah.
I'm sure you meet a lot of other bikers too, going around these towns from town to town.
Sometimes. It's kind of lonely, but that's okay. You know, it's kind of desolate roads. That's kind of what I'm after. So this was actually one of the first places I ever saw the Milky Way. It was out in the middle of it. Yeah. I don't think it's there anymore. It was like Miles Inn bed and breakfast. They were there forever, just out of Austin. So, but yeah, you could just sit there and watch the Milky Way.
Time to go in the kitchen, see what's cooking. Oh, what are you making over here? Delicious. Yep. So it's good to be back here in Baker. The last time we got to try your amazing food, and it was nice meeting a few of your employees, and we just enjoyed the company here in Baker. Everyone's super friendly. So I'm excited that this time around I stole you from the kitchen. I get to ask you a few questions. So I have to know, I know it's you and your sister, and I see the bond of you two cooking together, and I just love that. Why did you decide to choose Baker as your home?
Ultimately, my sister and I, we did grow up across the valley into Utah, but we did travel the country. We've lived in San Francisco. I've lived down in the Florida Keys, Reno, Colorado.
Wow, you guys moved a lot.
Yeah, the first 10 years of our careers, my sister and I, we actually moved all over the country. I've done all kinds of seasonal work, worked in all kinds of different restaurants, steakhouses, everything. But the valley, this was always our home. And someone told me once to invest in me and I will invest in you. And I feel like in small towns, that's the most true statement you can make, is that you can see your own investment in the people around you. I can't tell you the amount of people that have invested in this restaurant, even without their money. I was like, we have a lady that comes in, she's bringing all of her stuff from her garden. The people that painted and did all of this remodel, most of those people gave us huge discounts because they wanted to see this building turn into something new and different and be a place they wanted to hang out in. A lot of these people, as they're coming through, they feel like it's our restaurant. It's it's not just my sister and I, it's our restaurant.
It's the family that
Yeah.
you've created here.
Everyone, you know, a lot of the people here in Baker, they're more a family than most of my family. I see them on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and we come in and they get a cup of coffee and a pastry or a beer, and they get to chat, and we feel like we connect, and it's a place for them to gather with their friends. And
No, and I witnessed that personally, so I can speak from that. When you said that quote where you said, invest in yourself and I'll invest in you, I think that's truly something that if you can find that tribe, I call it your tribe of people, right? When you find that, that's gold. You've hit gold. Because when I came out down here and I walked through and everyone's excited, they all said hi. It didn't feel like I was at just any restaurant. I felt like I was almost like in my backyard having friends over, you know, and they would come join us and sit down, and it was just this nice feeling like we want to see these girls succeed.
always, we want to feed people, we want to be there for the community, and we want to make good food. I feel like if we're doing those things, we're hitting it all.
I agree, and you're going to have music playing tonight.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have the band come in. They're all local people. They're going to come. They actually play for themselves, so they're letting us into their
In their world, so
Yep.
you're combining worlds for the night.
yeah.
That's
so
really cool.
it was a long time. These people have been playing together a long time. They're super fun, and it's great that they're willing to come out and play.
Well, I'm excited to enjoy another amazing meal here and live music and meet the band. I'm excited to hear them play. So I appreciate you taking time in your busy day. I know you got to get everything ready for tonight. But this town truly gives you the ultimate food experience.
It absolutely does.
Cheers.
And we're lucky, those of us who live here, we count our blessings every day. And people who are traveling through will be knocked off their socks.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely were.
Yeah.
And thanks for the invite and sharing this little gem with us,
You are
because we
welcome
had no
here.
idea the first time we came up to Great Basin. So
You are welcome here anytime.
thank you.
And come on Saturdays for our farmers market, where there's other artisans who are selling all their good baked goods and garden produce, and
Farmers market,
Yeah.
fine dining, casual dining. You got it all here at
we
Baker.
got it all here in Baker, Nevada.
The small town of Baker exceeded all my expectations. From the delicious food to the friendly people, I had no idea that this hidden gem was so close to the Great Basin National Park. If you happen to go by one of these restaurants that were mentioned in our video, please tag us on Facebook. We'd love to hear your stories of your adventures over here. Until next week, friends, I'm Samantha Chion, but you can call me Sam with Spirit of Nevada. Brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm. Watch new episodes of Spirit of Nevada every Sunday on Your View, Channel 14 at 10 a.m.